Hi guys and welcome back, and I'm sorry about the lateness of today's video. It's been a little bit crazy in quarantine at the moment. Don't worry, everything's fine. It's just been a really busy day. I had to run out to the post box and all of that jazz, but we're fine, don't worry about it, and I hope everybody else is safe and healthy too. Today's video is about another monster of the month. From last month, everybody voted for a Cyclops, which is the first time I've ever drawn a Cyclops. So I decided, instead of doing the more ancient Greek look, I gave her a much more modern look, and you'll see in a second because she's coming up. There she is. A more modern sort of pastel goth look for her. I don't know why. It's just kind of what I felt like. But I kind of live for my new weird goth child. You're about to get really upset with me, because this sketch, which is like, sometimes I'll sketch but I'll do the line art in the same layer, so I'll just take a sketch and then erase bits and just make a line art out of it instead of doing a sketch layer and then a line art layer. And sometimes I get halfway through a nice line art and then just get rid of it all completely and start again like I've just done, and it's incredibly frustrating. I know that my wife really hates it when she watches me draw and I do that, and she finds it very frustrating. Then I'll just get rid of it all because I'll go, I don't feel good about this, bye, and then delete it all, start again and make something that I like more. But it's like reading a book and then coming along and just ripping all the pages out and going, no, fuck this book, I don't like it anymore. And honestly, I can only apologise, and I'll probably apologise in advance because no doubt I'll make another video in the future where I'll do it again because I can't be stopped. I'm very sorry. I think you can really tell when I get annoyed with a picture when you look at these videos back, like especially I can, but like you can really see it, because like before I was doing a sketch and then I was erasing bits and making a line art out of the sketch, and then this time I just deleted everything and went, nah, fuck it, hate it, and then just made a normal sketch and then drew over the top of that normal sketch because I couldn't be bothered anymore. And that's when I get annoyed. Like, you can just see it where I go, is it worth the effort? Is it really worth the effort? Because I can't sit still for more than 5 minutes. Is it worth those 5 minutes? And if it's not, then there you go. And then I end up in the same position where I go, alternatively, I could have just sketched like this from the beginning and gotten onto the line art, and I wouldn't have wasted that 30 minutes where I decided to try and do line art and a sketch at the same time and then hate it immediately and get rid of it all. So I could have saved myself 30 minutes. If I'd been a smart human being who was like actually functional. But no, apparently not. Here we are. I'm also going to warn you in advance, for those of you who like that octopus tentacle tattoo design that she's got going on, that doesn't make it into the final cut, and I'm actually extremely sorry, because I mean, I gave her tattoos and I've given her piercings and all that, and then I kind of sat down and went, all of the characters I draw have tattoos, and a lot of them have piercings, and maybe for once, maybe I just shouldn't do tattoos. So I decided not to keep them in. And you'll see that later on when I colour it, I just leave it out. But now I'm looking at, like, the full image, like, right next to me here on my different screen, and I'm like, would it have been cooler had it had octopus tentacle tattoos on it? And I might change it, I might not, I'm not sure, because this is actually going to be a print, and it'll be available on my Etsy store, and it'll be available at cons well, if cons ever happen again. I mean, they will next year and all that stuff, I'm aware, but, like, for now, if cons are available in the later part of the year, then they'll be available there too, hopefully. I really like how simple this girl is. Like, there's no great amount of detail on her, really. There's detail in, like, the piercings and, like, the way that the necklaces are and how everything's arranged, yeah. But there's not a great... she's not very complicated to look at. And sometimes I think that works a little bit better than a very, very detailed piece. Because I know I'm guilty of having, like, if anyone watches Jenna Marbles, the too much Jean, I'm very much guilty of that. Where I go, but I could add more. But I could add this, or I could add something else. Maybe I'll give it, like, even more. And then I'll sit there and go, I have fucked it all up, and there is nothing I can do about it, because I don't know whereabouts along this path that I fucked it up, but I know that it's been fucked up. And I sit there in my pain of why am I like this, and just go, I'll just try again next time. And then you try again next time, and it happens again, almost like you can't stop yourself from being an absolute moron. Or at least that's me. I can't stop myself. But here we are, doing our best every day. So I am really happy that she's nice and simple, and she's got very simple colours, and the shading, is like a standard double layer shading and then highlight on top for me, where she just kind of has very minimal coloration difference, and I really quite like it. And I like the fact that she's so not plain, because she's like bright colours, but I like the fact that there's not a lot taking away from the colours, and I think it makes it pop a little bit more. And I like art that pops. I'm not very, as you can tell, not very realistic artist. I don't really do realism or dull colours in any way, and I think it's just because I can't really see dull colours very well. I know that sounds very bizarre, but, like, I can make out bright colours the best, and duller colours I tend to mistake. So, like, we have a grey bunny called Summer, who is grey, but I was convinced that she was a little bit brown, but she's not. According to my wife, she's completely grey, and I'm just like, is there more? I think I just don't see dull colours. So that explains why everything is either black, white, or neon, and nothing more. It's not that I have poor palette choices, it's just that those are the colours that I can see, and that's what I'll use. Now she's all done. She looks ready to fight, because I love characters, especially women, who are down to fight at any given notice. I think that's chef's kiss, I think that is a chef's kiss. I love it when women just want to fight everything, living for it. I hope you like her as much as I do. I love her very much, and I hope that she makes you do the dokie like she makes me do the dokie. If you like my art and you want to see more of it, you can support my comic Werewolf on Patreon. The link is www.patreon.com/gravedog, and it'll be linked in the description. It's about monsters, mostly my werewolf and her vampire friends and all of her shenanigans. And these are the patrons that support my comic at the moment and get awesome rewards from me. They get art requests, they get art packs, speed paints, Patreon exclusives, all of that jazz. So thank you to all of you on this list. I couldn't do it without you. And if you want to follow me on my other social medias, I've got a Twitter, I'm on Redbubble if you want cool shirts, I'm on Etsy if you want a comic or key rings or stickers or anything like that, and I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, and I'm also on Veraffinity and DeviantArt as well, and Tumblr still, because I won't give up. But thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.